and I were meant to collide through the world, now here through your eyes. You and I were meant to collide forever. You and I were meant to collide through the world, now here through your eyes. You and I were meant to collide forever. Brighter than all the diamonds in the sky. No turning back now, it's you and I. You and I were meant to collide through the world, now here through your eyes. You and I were meant to collide forever. You and I were meant to collide through the world, now here through your eyes. You and I were meant
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Learning Fives show match featuring Team Tragic Ahri and Team The Team. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I'm joined here by Meowing Cat, and we are getting right into big bands.
Yeah, we are. And so far, we see some pretty standard bans with the Azir Yorick and the Alawi. Now, Alawi, not quite the team play stomper, but she does very well in solo queue. And if it's a comfort pick for one of those players, it's a very easy ban away. So,
Yeah,
not at all unexpected.
both of the coaches did agree to target bans, so my guess is that that's probably a ban directed at Pat the Excellent. So that not that shocking. And Azir, of course, has been dominating every LCS region, so it is definitely not a surprise to see him being taken out of the what is the word I'm looking
The
for?
pool.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jace being picked up by Team Tragic Ari. Not that shocking. Jace has also been very powerful, able to use Summon Ahri very well. And then Vladimir picked up, also not that shocking. But of course, that's not nearly as exciting as a Skarner pickup.
Yeah, and so we saw Skarner today in EU earlier on. And that Skarner destroyed. I mean, I think that Skarner is a sleeper champion, and people have not been really expecting his strength. He's just kind of been getting buff after buff, and slowly been rising up in win rate. And I think now he's hovering like a 52% win rate or so with a decent pick rate. So Skarner's kind of on the lookout now. It is interesting to note that Nunu wasn't picked up by either jungler, and he is available. So
Yeah, and Nunu, of course, has been, I guess, overtuned. Why don't you give a little rundown of why that's a big deal?
So Nunu did get hot fixed, but he has still gotten a lot of value. His W now gives percent AP with a cap to an ally, and his Q also does on-hit damage now per stack that he has. So you get a lot more dueling pressure from him with that on-hit damage. And that's just a nice little add-on on top of the percent AP that you can give people. That part is pretty crazy. It synergizes so well with certain champions. The Kog'Maws, the Kayle, Varus, and Teemo, stuff like that. Anything AP with attack speed, loves it. Oh, did I mention the Azir? I don't think I did.
Yeah,
but running through pick bans.
He's also been very powerful. So it kind of seems like the goal of Team Tragic Ari is to get some team fights going down, while the team, not so sure about their team composition. It doesn't seem like they have a clear set goal for anything. Maybe just allow Varus and Zoe to sit in the back while everybody else just face tanks for them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say they have as powerful of engage tools as Team Tragic Ari, but they also have Zoe, who's pretty powerful at any point in the game.
Yeah, so Tragic Ari has a great teamfight composition. We see them have the Rakan, Twitch, and the Orianna, Sejuani. So the three on the bottom side of the map, the Orianna, Twitch, Rakan, that alone is a disgusting combination. Because you have the Shockwave on top of the Rakan, who can use the quickness to get in, and then you have the spray and pray from the Twitch to just delete everyone on top of that the Orianna burst. I mean, I don't think any person can live through that. Luckily, they do have Tahm Kench who can swallow someone, and they do have Vladimir who can pull himself. So there are ways that they can dodge some of that damage. But, that is still a ridiculous amount of burst that, Varus, Zoe, and Skarner might eat anyways. And even Tahm Kench himself, he's going to get shredded by it too.
Yeah. I really do like the interaction between Orianna and Rakan, though, because if you can get a 5-man ultimate, you can combo that into a Rakan W, and he knocks up the rest of the 5. And in those 5 seconds of CC on the other team, where none of them can do anything, Twitch is able to just fire away. But like you said, it will be pretty difficult because they're going to have to wait until the Sanguine pool from Vladimir is down, and from I believe it's called Swallow from Tahm Kench is down. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how those team fights end up.
Yeah. Something to mention on the flip side, though. So obviously team fighting is the strength of Tragic Ari. The team, on the other hand, however, has a lot more power in their pick potential. They have Zoe with the sleep. They have Varus with the Chains of Corruption. They have Skarner with the Impale and the Fracture, his E. So they have a lot of pick potential. Plus, that's not even mentioning Tom Kench can ulti behind them with the Skarner, or even Vladimir if they so desire, if they're that ahead. And so they have a lot of ways to make picks to be around the map and to catch people out of position. So it's really going to be dependent on if they can get those picks in that mid game, or even get some picks in the late game to prevent that team fighting, or if Tragic Ari is going to get their better, hard team fight, just rush them down and win composition through.
Mm-hmm. I guess time will tell. As we wait for the spectator delay, we will throw it back to some groovy jams, and we will be right back. Good evening, or welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Learning Fives Showmatch, featuring teams Tragic Ari and Team the Team. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, joined by, of course, Meowing Cat. We are on the Rift.
Yeah,
Alright.
and on the blue side, we have Tragic Ari with Pat the Excellent in the top lane, Noble Vi in the jungle, OG Walter White in the mid lane, Found Luggage in AD carry, and Master Chief 3601 at support.
And on Team the Team, you got Snail Daddy on Vlad in top lane, Knife Kill on Skarner in the jungle, Kanzion on Zoe in the mid lane, Zonic Boom on Varus in the ADC position, and Trash Can Tier on Tom Kench as the support.
Yeah, and
right
hopefully
now-
these plays won't be trash cans here, because I'm watching that Tom Kench. I think that he is an extremely strong support right now, and while not the most solo queue dominant, he is invaluable in team play.
You know, I got a prediction right now. My prediction is that Team the Team is going to pull ahead in the early game. The only reason and basis that I have for saying that is they have more stopwatches. As
Yeah,
stopwatch is a very dominating factor in the meta right now.
Yeah, it is valuable. There are trade-offs that you take for, going for it, obviously. And it doesn't completely snuff out every other rune. Some players generally take it every single game. Other players are like, I don't really find the appeal in it too much.
Mhm.
But it's undisputably very good to take, and so that's
Yeah.
definitely good for all those players that do have it.
It's
Something I want to
pretty,
touch on a little bit. Knife Kill 5324 is running Predator Skarner.
which is Pog champ worthy.
Yeah, so that means we're gonna see a really fast Skarner in this, even in the early game, as soon as he gets those boots.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna, how that Predator is gonna affect those ganks, because it does have a little bit of a wind up time. But if you can, just pop it and run right at that Twitch before he can even, run even close to his tower, that makes your ganks a lot more potent.
Oh, the engage already from Found Luggage and Master Chief. Getting some actually chunking trash cans here for half of his health bar. Really good.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Paying
touching
attention
back
to that
on
level 2 power spike, that was
Yeah.
really well played by them.
Touching back on the Skarner thing, while he's near his spires around the map, he does gain additional movement speed and attack speed. So he is going to be very strong near the global objectives because he's going to have the movement speed from his passive and the movement speed from his Predator.
And
Right.
to add on to that, he's also running Celerity. He ran Sorcery Secondary
Ooh.
with Ultimate Hat too for the extra impales. But
So fast.
this is going to be a vroom vroom Skarner. He's going to be running at you 5 million miles per hour and shredding you apart.
Yeah.
And
This is
and
going
so
to be
yeah, we touched on, the Twitch, right, being one of the targets. Oriana's another target he can go for, although she's pretty, she's pretty mobile with her command dissonance, I believe.
Mhm.
So it's a little bit harder to get to her, especially if she has that level 6 shockwave. She can normally get Skarner off of her pretty easily. But
yeah. And
Jace is not super mobile. He does have some movement speed buffs, and he does have a knockback. But I believe if Skarner casts Impale and Jace knocks him back at the same time, he will actually knock himself back as well with the Skarner.
oh my
which-
gosh, that's pretty funny. I can't wait to see if that's a interaction that we get to see this game.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
Not for Pat the Excellent, it wouldn't.
That's very true. All right. All right. Zoe. Again, dude, Zoe's honestly so annoying to play against because at any point in the game, she has a very high damage potential. Right now, she's level 4, and at maximum range, her Q does 300 damage.
Yeah. That
Um,
she's going to be dealing a lot of damage. Also, it's an interesting thing to mention. Zoe sleep will, it's pretty easy to get a sleep onto someone. And so if you land a sleep, that sets up that Skarner can pop the Predator and run at them. And then afterwards, Zoe will pop them with a Q. After they're awake, Skarner can immediately impale them. And that's a pretty good CC chain. And, if you want to add on to that, you can also various Chain of Corruptions into a Zoe, or after the Zoe sleep. There's just so
Yeah.
much CC to follow up with that. It's kind of crazy.
Although I do think that Team Tragic Ahri has the better team fight CC. With
Definitely.
they have the engage from really most of their members. The jungler, the mid laner, and the support all have very strong team fight starting abilities.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to
Interesting.
see.
Oh, the flash from Snail Daddy and the ignite. Snail Daddy actually picking up first blood for himself. Well played to Snail Daddy.
Yeah, the Varus going, for the corruption potion meant that yes, he's gonna have some immediate sustain, but Vladimir, if he can get through those 3 pots, the Jace will actually be down combat stats, and Pat
Yeah.
the Excellent burned through those pots pretty quickly, and that meant that he was just gonna get bullied around by Snail Daddy, who takes full advantage of that.
Okay. Oh, there was a point I meant to touch on earlier, but I cannot remember what it is. Anyways.
Well, while you're thinking
right.
about your point, I do want to kind of mention the runes. Varus decided to go press the attack. I'm a little hesitant on that. I think Fleet Footwork is definitely the more viable ADC rune currently. And
Would you say that for every ADC? don't know.
As a blanket statement, most ADCs will go for the Fleet Footwork. Some of them do opt into the lethal tempo. On some occasion, it depends. Even those champions normally Fleet Footwork is good too, though. And then
Yeah.
a few of them go for the Comet, the Jhin, the MF, the kind of castery ADCs. And then there's obviously Klepto on the Ezreal. but
Yeah,
Ezreal's kind of a little
Ezreal's his
to be
own story.
seen after the nerfs this patch.
He was being played in NALCS today, though.
But that was 8.1. That was last patch.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. So Ezreal last patch, good. Ezreal this patch,
Maybe not so much.
yeah.
I have heard some theory crafting about taking Glacial Augment on Ezreal, so you can get kind of a free slow like on Iceborne. So you get the self-peeling from Iceborne, but you can also build Trinity Force. And I thought that was a bit, I guess, interesting.
Yeah, some ADCs are taking Glacial Augment now. That is a thing. I've seen
Yeah.
Dravens and Jinxes notably do it. I'm not sure who else does do that, but definitely interesting to see that done by some
Yeah.
AD carries.
I think Draven's a little tricky though, because he doesn't really have a
Great Keystone.
yeah, none of them really.
Some Dravens ran Klepto, some ran Glacial Augment. It's kind of a mixed bag for him.
Yeah,
Some ran
until-
Fleet Footwork too.
Until until something gets buffed. There's a lot of champions that just don't have a keystone that work.
Yeah, and well, for most of them, unless you're in a carry position, Unsealed Spellbook is pretty good. Zoe.
Just Zoe things, my god.
Yeah.
So much damage.
It's interesting to note, Orianna opted into the barrier in this matchup, you know. You'd think that she might want to take Cleanse or something to escape that Zoe. It does help prevent some of the burst, I will say that, but I think Cleanse would probably be better against the Zoe Sleep plus the Skarner ulti plus the Chain of Corruptions.
Yeah.
And you can also Cleanse Ignite, which, I mean, Zoe didn't opt into, but also speaking of which, Zoe took Cleanse. Helps against Sejuani ulti and the
Yeah.
Sejuani stun, but
Other than that, not really anybody else. I mean, you
I mean,
can't really
Recon
play-
quickness too.
Yeah,
It's not.
but
Sejuani ulti is definitely something that's very valuable, and that Cleanse is good for. It's to be seen. Mixed feelings again. And
Yeah.
you know, even to touch on it, she started heal this game. She has Unsealed Spellbook, so she switched to Cleanse. I mean, with Sejuani not even level 6 yet, switching to Cleanse already, I think is a mistake. You could have left it on a combat summoner for a bit longer.
yeah. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. A lot of these things are just we have to wait and see how they work out. And that goes for in this game and for League of Legends in general. Because of the new because of the new rune system, we're still trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And even in this game, it's a little strange because we're not sure what's gonna work yet. There's not really a definitive answer of this is better than this.
Yeah. I will say that I don't care for the Cleanse that much, especially since Sejuani wasn't even 6 before she backed. And so
Yeah.
Zoe could have stayed on a combat summoner. She got no value from having that. She got no pressure from it. If she had Ignite, she could have maybe played more aggressively, maybe fished for a kill with that. And, you know, because not having that, maybe lost out on an opportunity for a kill. Who knows?
Time will tell.
Another thing, so Tom Kench did run Unsealed Spellbook himself and actually opted into the Cleanse. Now, I think it's actually very smart for Tom Kench to run the Cleanse because if he CC'd, he can't save someone else that's CC'd. And so
That is
the
true.
Exhaust is good to have, but at this point, he's thinking it's very likely that Sejuani might make a play on the spot side, especially since they're all reaching that level 6 power spike. Recon quickness too. I mean, you know, that will CC you up. In your ADC, if he's near you when he gets hit by the quickness, you can't eat him. You're just going to watch him die right next to you. Kind of sucks. Cleanse is a good counter to that. Oh, and here comes a
Sejuani can
Sejuani.
be a noble to 6 onto Kanzeon. Kanzeon just flashing away and using Cleanse. Very well timed as Noble throws out his ultimate, but both summoners are down from Kanzeon.
Yeah, both summoners down. Unsealed Spellbook will reduce those summoners by 25% though, so a lot of value from that rune, and we're going to see that here, you know. Just being able to kind of switch around when needed. Oh,
Yeah, both ultimates
another
are
bubble
down.
hitting. We might have to actually watch out for Noble.
Kanzeon and knife kills. But it seems like Noble gets away this time.
Yeah, close enough to the wall that she could jump over before the sleep finally set in. She was getting drowsy. She's like, oh, that's a Skarner. Gonna jump this wall. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Honestly, I think because Zoe has Unsealed Spellbook, losing your summoners in exchange for the enemy team's mid laner and jungler, their ultimates, that might be worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Sejuani ulti cooldown, it's about halfway. Zoe Flash and Cleanser about 1/3.
Oh, the
almost.
ultimate from Sonic Boom onto Found
The
Luggage.
quickness was popped though. Look at this.
Yeah, quickness does get the... Oh no, the taunt misses because Trash Can Tier does get the savior. And now Found Luggage, team fights breaking out, teleport coming in from both top laners. Sonic Boom using his stopwatch. Everybody's running away, and now Trash Can Tier, so low, has such a big shield. Pat the Excellence takes out Knife Kill, and now everybody's running away. The Sonya's from Trash Can Tier, but it's not going to be enough. Double kill for Pat the Excellent.
Yeah, and
now the dragon is being pinged. Are they going to have what it takes, or will Kanzion cancel this? The bubble misses.
they have to be very careful against
Oh my god,
Zoe.
the Q does so much damage.
Yeah, and imagine if that bubble hit Pat the Excellent there, he would have 100% been dead. So you really got to keep an eye out on the Zoe. Now, I think the Predator Skarner did get some, a decent catch onto the Twitch there. Maybe a little too aggressive though. Maybe you should have just settled for the recon. Probably would have been a done deal if you went for that.
Yeah.
So possibly over aggression costing a kill, or maybe even giving over an extra kill. I don't know, but
Snail Daddy in the top lane is getting a lot of pressure on this tower.
yeah. What I want to note though is I'm looking at this team comp on the red side.
Uh-oh, Kanzion in a bad spot gets caught out with the Orianna ultimate, and now underneath tower is Noble using stopwatch, and the kill from OG Walter does land onto Kanzion. Noble is so low, but Knife does not have the damage necessary to finish off the kill. And now the dabbing Pangu emote coming out from Walter White.
Yeah, Snail Daddy did not back yet. Has a lot of gold, needs to spend it. Really good buy from Pat the Excellent here. Actually rushed in Executioners. I think that's extremely smart into a Vladimir.
Always build Executioners against Vladimir.
Yeah. It's painful when there's a Soraka, Vladimir, something like that has a lot of healing and no anti-healing. So very good response by him, analyzing the situation and building accordingly.
And Walter White building the Morellonomicon. It is going to be very useful against Vladimir. The more mortal, or not mortal reminders, more grievous wounds you can get on the team against the Vladimir, the better you're going to be. I'm not saying everybody should build a grievous wounds item, but it certainly doesn't help to have two good
Oh,
sources
look at the
of
top
damage.
side though. Knife Kills in a position that maybe he's gonna get a gank off.
Yeah,
Predator
Pat the
was
Excellent
used.
getting impaled by Knife Kills, and Pat the Excellent solo going to get taken out by Knife Kill. And now it seems like Snail Daddy and Knife Kill are going to be pushing for this tower. Knife Kill is actually backing off. But this does look like a free tower. 22 seconds. Pat the Excellent does not have teleport available.
Yeah, and I mean it looks like Noble 6, I should say, is
Yeah.
I want to say Vi, but it's 6. Maybe he's a Vi man. I don't know. I'm not gonna judge him.
I'm assuming that that's a 6.
Ugh,
I am
numerals.
a Roman numerals aficionado. Okay, well the dragon was taken by Team Tragic Ahri, and the Rift Herald is going to be taken in response from Snail Daddy and Knife Kill, as well as the first tower. So in that scenario, I do think that the team does pull out ahead.
Yeah, and something to mention about the team's support, Trash Can Tier hasn't... Oh, Q not connecting. That would have been a lot of damage. Does have the upgraded support item. So that's basically a Sightstone, and you still have Trinket in inventory. You gotta switch that out. Get that Sweeper. It's kind of like having Sightstone and Trinket at the same time. You gotta remember, when your support quest gets 500, you gotta switch that Trinket out.
Yeah, oh, the ultimate coming out from, Master Chief. But alas, Trash Can Tier just swallowing up Sonic Boom as soon as the ultimate comes out.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Something I would have liked to see from Trash Can Tier is
the ultimate coming out from Walter White, and the redemption is going to keep him alive. But now Walter White getting blown up by Zoe, not dying, but very close to. And now Pat the Excellent in the mid lane, getting a lot of damage onto Kanzion. He's going to be forced to back here.
Yeah, watch out here
Oh,
for Noble.
Noble buy coming in, throws the ultimate, and gets the kill onto Kanzeon.
Yeah. Going for an
That's-
invade in the jungle
uh-oh.
too.
Yeah, knife kill does have a
Not
combat
too risky because
advantage.
Path the Excellent is close
Sun
to follow.
coming on. And the Sun onto knife kill, maybe biting off more than he can chew, as now he uses his impale. Noble is pretty low, but not going to get taken out by tower, and Noble actually gets the kill onto knife kill himself. Now in the top lane, the Rift Herald. This is a bad situation for Pat the Excellent. His tower is taking a lot of damage. Walter White is here and does clear a lot of minions, but not before the tower gets chunked to half. Actually, beyond half.
Yeah, this tower is looking really low.
75% down. The flash ultimate from Snail Daddy using Sanguine Pool to stay alive. And now the barrier coming out from Walter White. The ultimate is used as well as the barrier, of course, and the teleport from Pat the Excellent to get some more return pressure is forced
this
out.
TP, oh my.
Oh, Snail Daddy! The 600 IQ teleport out of the enemy jungle to his own tower to remain safe. That's very intelligent play. I like.
It
to
would
see
have been
that.
a little more optimal if he TP to his own tower. I will say that, like the Nexus tower, so he could just walk into base. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna harp too much about it. That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, very clever way to stay alive. All right.
Something I do want to note though. So we mentioned this. Oh, okay, no more
Kanzeon
action.
getting ganked in the mid lane, dodging the Noble Noble Sixes, Arctic Salt. Oh no! Uses his ultimate defensively and does end up getting picked off. The kill going over to Noble the Six.
Yeah, Noble 6 in a good position there again. And we've seen the Sejuani at every single kill, 100% kill participation. So a lot of good ganks coming out, and not any real wasted time. I mean, even the CS 102 on the Skarner to the 96 of Sejuani. This Sejuani is almost a 1k gold lead, which is about the difference between these two teams if we look at, you know, the gold lead that Tragic Ahri has. So the team really has to be looking at that Sejuani and saying, how do we answer that? And I mean, all their CC is a good answer to it. They have, you know, the Chain of Corruptions, the Zoe Bubble, Sleepy Bubble Trouble, as it is officially called, and the Skarner Impale. I doubt will be used on that, but the first two are definitely, you know, very viable to use on that Sejuani to keep her at bay.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta give Snail Daddy some, I gotta commend him a little bit. He has been split pushing very effectively and been forcing out summoner spells from Pat the Excellent and forcing Walter White to come in response as well.
Yeah, definitely drawing a lot of pressure. I mean, 100% kill participation. Of course, only 2 kills being that, but, you know, they are playing around Snail Daddy. Snail Daddy is kind of what's dictating the pace of this game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see if they're going to properly, you know, rotate around. Baron is up in 20 seconds, and, you know, leaving their bot lane down there, that could mean a snap Baron going over to Tragic Ahri, so they got to be a little cautious with that.
Wait a second. You know, you gotta love how Sonic Boom, just based on his CSing and now this tower, is keeping up in gold with found luggage. There is oh wow, he's actually ahead, 400 gold. Oh well, 300 gold now because that turret gets taken down. But he is ahead of found luggage. But anyways, Pat the Excellent, maybe.
Oh, look for an
pretty far.
engager.
Actually, both teams positioning very aggressively.
Look at where the
Either
switch
one.
is, though. So close to that
Yeah.
Zoe.
Oh my goodness, the spray and pray does come out. The ultimate coming out from Noble the Six, landing onto Kanzeon. Kanzeon running as fast as he can away, and nobody is going to be close enough to follow up. Oh, but Pat the Excellent does get the snipe onto Kanzeon, and now this is a 5v4 situation, and Team Tragic Ahri are in the driver's seat, and they are looking to push down this mid tower.
Yeah. And that is a big deal because now...
The Excellent flashing forward onto Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom getting the Chains of Corruption. Now Trash Can Tape biting him, or swallowing him and getting him out of there. And he is forced to flash and heal away, but he does survive. Sonic Boom is on the back line. The turret has been taken down, and it seems like Tragic Ahri are going to be backing off. Or going to the Dragon.
Again, Noble 6 getting a lot of value on that Sejuani. Every time that ultimate's off cooldown, they're using it. Just Glacial Prison after Glacial Prison. They're, I believe, only one missed Sejuani ultimate so far. He's been hitting it pretty accurately on whoever he sees.
Yeah.
That will be a
absolutely.
Padre going over. Now, it is going to be interesting to note the lane allocations here. Both top laners are going to have their TP in a short amount of time. Pat the Excellent only 45 seconds away from his. They ideally want to play around that TP timer, wait for it to be up, and then, you know, play around the bear. Oh, Shockwave.
Wait, Walter White using his Shockwave for no reason.
He hit the dab. It's okay. See, so this is kind of like an issue that a lot of lower elo teams have, where they don't properly allocate their lanes around the objectives on the map currently. There's no bottom towers to go for. There's no bottom dragon to go for. What you want to be playing around is that Baron, and if you're on the team, you want to be playing around that mid tower too. You want to try to crack that and get it down. Plus that top tower is really low too, so you ideally want to be on the top side. There's no reason to have both top laners still up in this top lane when they can be split pushing bottom side.
Oh. Kanzeon flashed forward. It's not actually flash, it was spell thief.
Yeah. Trash Can's here, swapping to the teleport on Tahm Kench. Okay, another questionable thing. Tahm Kench already pretty much has the teleport.
Now he has 2 teleports.
He can go back and forth like, I don't really like it here. I'm going back home.
He has a global teleport as well as a much shorter reaching teleport where he can bring a friend.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
that's not
while
optimal.
we're at a
Noble
bit of a
looking for the engage on a knife kill. A little bit far away from his team, but the command Shockwave does come out. Knife kill very low, and now the ultimates are breaking out. And Team Tragic Ahri taking out Sonic Boom, looking for more. The ultimate connecting, it does not connect. Snail Daddy in the top lane, actually taking a turret though. And so Team Tragic Ahri are looking at and seeing that he's in top lane and deciding to go for another turret. This inhib turret is pretty low. They're running out of minions, but they have plenty of damage and the turret will be falling. The teleport does come in from Pat the Excellent and no damage gets applied onto that inhibitor tower. And now the middle inhibitor is taken down.
Yeah. I think that TP from Pat the Excellent was a little bit too much. You know, Vladimir isn't known for his tower shredding prowess. He has been split pushing very hard, but that's kind of just because they've been leaving him alone. And so it seems like a bit of a waste to use that teleport now. You can't go and split push anymore. You had a TP advantage because Vladimir doesn't even have TP. So, I mean, I dislike that it was wasted, but...
Oh no, Kanzeon walking directly into a death bush. And now it seems that Tragic Ahri are going to be using this at 5v4 numbers advantage to start on Baron.
Yeah, and Snail Daddy switched off of the teleport into the Ghost, which at this time when Baron's up, you can't be away from that Baron. You have to have a teleport or you have to be around that Baron's location. And so he's just bot lane. They get a pick onto the mid laner. That means it's a 3v5, worst case scenario, right? And even if Knife Kills somehow stole the Baron with no Blast Cone and no Flash, they'd still probably win the 3v5 afterwards, get off most of those Barons, and then, you know, be able to get tower maybe inhib off of that. So I really dislike the switch to the Ghost for that Vladimir. Obviously, Snail Daddy is one of, you know, their win conditions, him getting really fed and doing really well in a team fight. But you can't drop that teleport if you're still split pushing. Unless you have someone else who can do it. If you want Zoe to take teleport, fine by me, but you need to coordinate that with your team. You can't just leave them without someone who can clear side lanes.
And it does seem like that is going to be, or that's the biggest poison of the team, is lack of coordination and communication. Kanzeon is 0-5 right now, and most of those deaths are not because of interpersonal play. They're because of a lack of communication and him walking too far forward when there's when there's a very high lack of vision. That being said, Kanzeon landing a Sleepy Bubble Trouble onto Noble 6, who is properly getting engaged on by the team, and now he's getting his sleep, but he's still alive. And the shutdown from Crash Cantier onto Noble is going to take him out. Sonic Boom trying his best to survive, but Pat the Excellence is on him, and OG Walter White gets the kill. And now Trash Cantier is engaging onto Pat the Excellent. Kanzeon forced to flash away. Trash Cantier solo ends up getting taken out. Now Snail Daddy in the Sanguine Pool tries to help out, and he does end up getting a kill onto Master Chief. Now he's onto Walter White, so Walter White getting chunked out very low, running away. Snail Daddy getting slow. Now Sleepy Bubble Trouble not connecting. Snail Daddy does not have any more tools to follow up, but he's running, and darn it, he's trying his best, but it does not seem like he's going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, and he needs to turn his attention to his base, because there are super minions in there. It's only one right now. He's probably going to be able to go down to Kanzeon, but that was a very, very sloppy fight from both teams.
Yes.
That was in total a 3-for-3, I believe, which, you know, no team really comes out ahead. unless there's a Baron buff, which they got off of 3 members, which Tragic RA did have Baron, and they lost 3 of them. So definitely pretty good for the team, especially considering they're down in gold, and this kind of closes the gold gap.
That being said, though, if they're able to distract team to team with more team fights that last longer, that allows this middle inhibitor to get more super minions into their base and knock on these on the doors of the Nexus, which are the Nexus towers, get a lot of damage. They got a fair bit of damage onto the bottom Nexus tower.
Yeah.
Just through
Sadly, there's only going to be 1 or 2 super minion waves after this one. I believe there should be 2 more, 1 more after this. I don't recall.
It is going to, or the inhibitor is going to be respawning very soon.
Yeah. So that inhib has been down for a while. Will be up soon, and that means that if they can just keep that one last 1 or 2 waves cleared out in the mid lane.
Oh, Death Bush. Knife kill very far forward. The quickness and the entrance coming in from Master Chief does get some CC on him, and now everybody piling on the damage onto him. He gets taken out. Now Sonic Boom pressing forward way too far, ends up getting taken out as well by Found Luggage, and that is going to lead to the free Infernal Dragon taken by Team Tragic Ahri.
Yeah. And Master Chief 3601 went for the Redemption. I like Redemption. I think it's a good item. However, looking at that enemy team, you've got a Zoe, you've got a Varus. I think you need a Mikhail's. You can't Mikhail Skarner's ulti because it is a suppression and it works basically like Warwick's and Malzahar's. You can't Mikhail's them. You can QSS them only. So
I think either a Mikhail's or a Locket would benefit them greatly. I think both of those items should be built before the Redemption.
The Locket, maybe not. I don't think there's enough burst to warrant the Locket. And so normally Redemption is better if you can just kind of wait until, you know, the cooldown, like the timer. It's kind of like a delayed Locket. It's a permanent Locket. But oh my, knife kills.
Flashing forward. What are you doing? Ends up getting eaten, swallowed away by Trash Can Tier. Now the damage onto Noble 6 is chunking him down very low. The Command Shockwave from OG Walter White does connect. And that is going to be the end of that team fight. The Redemption from Kanzion trying to pick somebody off, but they weren't nearly low enough for that.
Yeah. And this is just kind of... They're just kind of bleeding away. They're just getting hit by, you know, all the Sejuani ultimates. Again, Glacial Prison after Glacial Prison. She's still landing them. And Noble 6 is just kind of going everywhere and taking everything. And, I mean, they're getting picked off when their team was the one that needed to make the picks. If we look at the vision control, they do have a decent amount of wards, but they're still getting caught out by that ultimate.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they need to be communicating properly. Hey, don't go there. Don't walk there. Watch out. There's a Sejuani in that area. And it needs to be conveyed properly to every member, not just, you know, fending for yourself and making sure that you're okay. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally, that we have some downtime. I wanted to say this like 3 times. We touched on the Nunu in Champ Select, how Nunu has become a powerhouse. Look at this team composition. I mentioned Varus, one of the champions that synergizes with Nunu. If you had a Nunu buffing up this Varus, he would be shredding through people right now. If you had a Nunu with this Zoe, she would be one-shotting people right now. And Nunu is, you know, he's not mechanically hard to play. You just have to press W on your teammate. You max W, you press W, and you're fine.
Quick question. Would Nunu buffing Varus with a with a Ginsu, would that output or increase the output of damage?
Yes.
Magic damage. Really?
Yes. Yes. So Varus has a W AP ratio, as well as Guinsoo's also having its own AP ratio. And so, correct me, I'm actually wrong on that. It doesn't have an AP ratio. Varus W does, however, and his ulti also does. And so if Nunu W's the Varus, he will be getting a lot more on-hit damage, and his W damage, the percent missing health is also increased by W. Or sorry,
Yeah.
the percent damage on the W. It does flat on-hit damage, and then it stacks the Blight Crystals, and if there's 3 of them, that would be a lot of damage increased from that AP, from the Nunu. So I think that he's kind of like a... Anyone who builds Guinsoo's normally pairs really well with Nunu. Kog'Maw's obviously like the big one, right?
Mhm.
Because he has so many AP ratios and loves attack speed, but Varus is also pretty good. He's like a mini Kog'Maw in that sense.
Yeah. Kog'Maw actually was left up on the board as well, so Kog'Maw and Nunu, 2 picks to watch out for. And that being said, Baron is spawning up, and it is a battle for vision right now. Tragic Ahri do seem like they're in control of the vision control for Baron, but they've been in control of most things in this game. So it's up to the team to try and get something going to not let Tragic Ahri take this for free.
Yeah. And I really like what Noble 6 did. I want to say Vi so badly. I really like what Noble 6 did here. Actually opting into the Locket herself means that if their team somehow is losing a fight, drop that Sejuani Locket into the Rakan Redemption means that there's no way anyone dies through that. It's basically just like your team is all tanks.
Yeah.
Everyone is tanky on that team. Look at those health bars. You see 2,000 health, make it 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge deal.
Middle inhibitor has fallen. Tragic Ahri rotating towards Baron. Team to team do not have any vision on it. They have vision around it, but none
Path
on it.
Excellent.
Oh, I had to
It
scrub
only
forward a little bit. Anyways.
It only takes one sleepy bubble trouble, to change the pace of this game. And they just need to keep on looking for that pick. I mean, it definitely sucks playing from behind like this, but there are ways to win this game. Their win conditions now, making a pick, trying to fight when Sejuani is not right there, getting, a pick onto the Orianna, the Twitch, the Jace. Rakan's a little slippery and maybe not the best target, but, you'll take what you can get. If you get a good pick on Rakan, it works. But you just have to be a little more careful with that slippery dude.
And it seems like it's up to Kanzeon to find that pick, to get the sleepy trouble bubble, which is a lot of pressure to put on him, considering he's been performing suboptimally this game. 1-5-1 is not exactly what you want to be seeing. Knife Kills very far forward, though, is trying to clear some vision, but he gets charmed up, knocked up, stunned. He gets all the CCs landing onto him. Knife Kills ends up getting taken out by OG Walter White. Now Sonic Boom on the other side of the battlefield ends up getting taken out by Found Luggage. Now a teleport coming in from Pat the Excellent, and that is going to be the start of the Baron for Team Tragic Ahri. Pat the Excellent getting some poke down, and it seems Trash Cans here does have his ultimate available, so he might be looking to swallow somebody to go and contest this. However, I don't think that would be very wise. Kanzeon, and it doesn't seem like anybody's going to contest it.
Yeah. Really good Baron play by them, securing it for Tragic Ahri. And they're kind of just, they got mid inhibitor down. It's only been down for about half its duration, so there's still quite a few minions to come from that. Now, if they group around this bottom side, play around, those towers, and they can also pick up a free Ocean Drake here. Double Ocean, nothing to scoff at. Gives a lot of sustain. With a Jace, it means he can kind of basically infinite poke with those EQs.
Yeah.
All they have to do is make sure they're coordinated and don't get picked out, and this Baron stage is going to be very, very hard to deal with.
Yeah, Tragic Ahri has just been performing so very well that they are just in complete control of this game, and almost prepared to start the final march into the team to space. Now, barring any major team fight losses, Tragic Ahri are probably going to win this game. The team don't have control over really any part of the map, so they just need to pray and hope to God that Tragic Ahri end up screwing up a team fight incredibly bad so that they can try and get something back. But even that would need to happen multiple times before they can get anything.
Yeah, and I don't even think they could mess up a team fight. Even if they try to, they could turn off their monitors and probably still win a fight, just with how strong they are with all the items and power spikes they've reached. I think what they need to do is they need to look for a pick. They cannot win a team fight at this point. I don't think it's possible. And I mean, a pick doesn't necessarily have to be, someone walking by themselves. Just a sleepy bubble trouble on the right target. If the team isn't right in front of them, eating it for them, a Zoe Q could hit them and maybe delete someone that way. It's a possibility, right? It's gonna be very hard, but it's how they win this game at this point. They need that to happen, and they just have to fish around for it and wait, which is very nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Knife Kill, again, positioning very far forward. Ends up running away. The tower does fall. Knife Kill's got to work on his positioning as well, because that's not the first time where he's been far enough to get picked off. Now, anyways, the fight is breaking out. The ultimate does come out from Master Chief. The ultimate comes out from OG Walter White, gets a kill onto Knife Kill. Trash Can's here dead as well. Walter White very low. The flash forward from Snail Daddy ends up getting a kill onto Walter White. And now Found Luggage so low. And now Kanzion using the Spell Thief flash to get it forward. And now Team Tragic Ari on the back foot. The Sleepy Trouble Bubble does connect. But nothing else comes of that. So that is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Team Tragic Ari. Oh my goodness, Sonic Boom. So low. And now the minions are in the base. No super minions, though.
Yeah. Those will just be cleared out. And it's interesting to see that they actually lost that. They overcommitted a little too hard. At first, it looked really good. But then they all started piling in on that tower, eating free turret shots, and then getting hit by a great Varus Chain of Corruption that rooted, I think, everyone there into, you know, like, they just landed everything. Hemo Plague into Chain of Corruptions, and, you know, a lot of Zoe damage poking away at them. Yes, they lost Trash Can Tier and Knife Kill near the start, but it didn't matter just because of all that damage that they had. And I mean, that's what we mentioned. They still have a lot of damage. Zoe does so high damage. Varus can provide a decent chunk of damage as well, and then Vladimir, very, very high damage top laner. They still got to be very cautious.
So it seems that the team disproved your theory. They are able to win team fight. Tragic Ari did misplay that team fight pretty badly. It just seemed really uncoordinated by them. But even then, they're still not in a position where they're in control of the game. Tragic Ari are still on their side of the map and have the dominant vision control. You can see Knife Kill trying to get some vision, but even then, it's not really as beneficial to him as Tragic Ari's is.
Yeah, and so right now, no real neutral objectives means that it's kind of become a little bit of a slowed pace. Tragic Ari is just kind of gonna try to get vision control, try to set up for the next few objectives. I believe Baron will be the next objective in about 2 minutes or so, a little over that, about 3 minutes.
Oh, there's some children in your home.
Yes, and I think that might be Snail Daddy running away screaming. Oh, it might be actually Knife Kill's war cry.
Knife Kills, and now everybody's using the ultimates. Everybody, I mean. Sonic Boom, landing his ultimate. Actually, not landing his ultimate. Snail Daddy getting the stopwatch down. Found Luggage, staying alive for a little bit longer. He's so low, though. Snail Daddy gets the kill onto Master Chief. And now Found Luggage is running as fast as he can from Knife Kill. Will Knife Kill have the movement speed? Find out next season of Naruto. No, Found Luggage does escape.
Yeah, again, that's what they needed to do. They're making picks. This is like... This is how they get back in the game. As I mentioned, the Baron was in that kind of range of 3 to 2 minutes, and it is now 1:45 away from spawning. But I do stand corrected. The Elder Dragon is up first because of the time the Dragon was taken, and it is at almost the same time as the Baron, 20 seconds before, which is kind of an iffy situation for Tragic Ari, because they obviously want to get this Dragon, but they could potentially lose out on a Baron for it. We have to see. I don't think that it would take 20 seconds for them to take it and then get in position. I think they'd be fine, but 2 global objectives spawning around the same time always makes things a little bit hectic. People spread vision control a little too thin. People get caught out transitioning in between. We really have to see how these teams handle it. But that is something to mention. Tragic Ari, with 4 Drakes, each Drake that you have amplifies the burn that the Elder Dragon does. And so... it also gives an additional half a value of each Drake, so you're going to be having basically an extra half an Infernal, half a Cloud Drake, and an extra Ocean Drake, which 3 Oceans is a lot of sustain, and then a little bit of extra damage and, you know, out of combat movement speed. It's nice to have, but that burn is going to be where it's at. I mean, with the Jace, he has a long-range method to apply that Elder Dragon burn.
Yeah, and I guess we're just going to have to see if the team are able to contest this Elder Dragon as it spawns. It hasn't been started up, although the team are positioning very aggressively. Knife Kill already walking forward, looking for an ultimate, but not finding anything. Gets taken back, and now the ultimates are all breaking out. Oh god!
Oh, Snail Daddy goes down.
Snail Daddy is dead, and everybody else is so low. Sonic Boom is forced to run away. He's trying to get the damage down, but it's not going to be enough. He gets taken out by Master Chief. Now Kanzion, using his ultimate defensively, gets taken out as well. That's a double kill. And now that is 3 members of the team down. And Team Tragic Ari are looking for a 4th. Trash Can Tier gets knocked up by Master Chief, and he ends up getting taken down. Now Knife kill on the back line is trying to back right now. They have a reasonably sized minion wave. Now the inhibitor has been taken down. Everybody's, wow, I was really far behind, and now the game actually did get ended. Knife kills, falls down. All the Nexus towers get taken out, and then the Nexus itself does get taken out.
Yeah, that was... The game just exploded. Snail Daddy, in that last fight, it looked for a second like they might win it. The reason why they didn't, the Hemo Plague didn't go off. He didn't get to cast that Vladimir ultimate. And because of that, he came out of his Sanguine pool with no extra health back afterwards. I think that if that Hemo Plague went down, they might have potentially had a chance at winning that fight. And that... I mean, Chain of Corruptions wasn't used either. All those ultimates, those crucial ultimates, weren't used. And, oh, you've got to wonder what would have happened if they, you know, just little things like that went differently.
Yeah, absolutely. And team to team were very, well, they weren't that close, but they were showing that they did still have some standing and didn't just immediately lose the game when they were very far behind. They had an ability, they were almost close turning the game around. But Team Tragic Ahri did end up pulling ahead and showing that they were in control of the game and that they were able to take down team to team. With the dominant performance, good lord, Noble the Sixth was popping off. In fact, everybody on Team Tragic Ahri was popping off, from the Jace all the way to the Master Chief. Pat the Excellent gave up the most kills, giving up 4. 4 kills is the most amount of kills. So that's not giving the enemy team a whole lot of gold. Everybody else had 1, 1, 0, and 2 deaths. So they just weren't giving team to team any gold to work with. Meanwhile, they're getting everybody dead, with the median kills being around 5 or 6. So everybody was dying a lot, not getting kills, and they were able to just take control, or the other team, Team Tragic Ahri, were able to take control of the game. All right, do you have any closing thoughts before we throw it over to music?
Yeah, I'd like to see some kind of responses into that draft. I mean, I think that overlooking that Nunu was a big misplay. I think that Skarner did not show enough value there. We did see Skarner do really well earlier today. I don't think he's a bad pick, but I think Nunu is way too strong to overlook, and I think he would have worked very well into that composition. I mean, even just buffing up the Vladimir's AP, that Vladimir could have destroyed a whole team by himself with that Nunu buff. You've got to wonder, you know, was Skarner the right pick for that team?
And I guess we will find out how team to team adapts to this loss and what they're able to take from it and what they're able to learn, and how they respond next game against Team Tragic Ahri. And so Team Tragic Ahri, of course, taking the game, and we will see next game whether or not they're able to take more. But until then, my name is Strip Potato the Ninth, and I'm joined here by Can Opener.
Okay,
Meowing
uninstalled.
Cat. By Meowing Cat, we're gonna throw it over to some music.
catch the wall. Catch the wall.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Game 2 Learning 5 Showmatch for tonight. I am Sir Potato the Ninth, joined here by Meowing Cat, and we are getting back into pick bands, with Sejuani, of course, being the first band. Not that shocking, considering how well Noble the Six was doing last game.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to see some jungle shakeups at the very least, whether they're voluntary or involuntary, as the Sejuani was banned out.
Yeah.
Another band that's a bit interesting is Tom Kench band by the team who has Trash Can tier, who played it last game, so kind of maybe wanting to see it on someone else or see something else in that bot lane.
Yeah. All right, Zoe somehow still picked up. Wait a second. Zoe is picked by Snail Daddy, which, of course, we already have gone through pro draft. So is Snail Daddy picking himself, Zoe?
I think
that
it was
what's
meant to
going
be a ban. It was meant to be a ban. Yeah,
Oh.
we're gonna have to re-lobby. Wouldn't be learning fives without making the lobby. And there it is.
Wahoo! It's 3 bans and then 3 picks. Come on, Zoe or Snail Daddy.
Yeah,
Well,
that is the same ban format that we also use in Pro Draft. So
3 bans, 3 picks, 3 picks, 3 bans, or 2 bans. Yikes, dude. Well, at least they were professional enough to kick Trash Can tier off, so he could rejoin, and then we're
no, they
back
kicked
in
Sonic Boom,
LCS.
and then they just reordered really quickly.
Oh,
At least it was an
okay.
AD carry that left, not the top laner.
Yeah. Everybody.
Learning fives, getting everything back in order. We should be getting back shortly though.
Yeah. All right.
And so we can already talk about what we saw so far with the Sejuani, the Tom Kench, and the Shyvana banned out. Now Shyvana was banned last game too by the team, so I'm going to say that that Noble is a really good Shyvana player, and they don't want to see that. I mean, Skarner and Shyvana, pretty similar in playstyle. You run at them, you slap them a lot. It's pretty similar thing. Giant, scorpion with crystals, giant flaming dragon. Yeah, same champion.
Yeah, exactly. And they do ban Vladimir away, and with reason. Snail Daddy on Vladimir was very, very strong. And honestly, dare I say, kept his team afloat for a very long time. I don't think, or I think he was really the driving force of his team for a while.
Yeah.
Also, that's
Swain. It is a Swain.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And that is not a mispick. It wasn't supposed to be a ban or something. There's actually a Swain in the top lane.
That is a legitimate Swain. And a legitimate move. Well.
And a legitimate Orianna. So, okay. We're going to touch on this comp from the team real quickly. The team. Now, if we look at this, Amumu, Orianna, Swain. What do you notice about that immediately? Triple AP. Against a Zac Ornn, they are going to be stacking a lot of magic resistance.
Yeah.
However, they are still going to have a traditional ADC, most likely. And Amumu's passive does amplify magic damage, so he will be getting a lot of extra value from that. And so, even though there is triple AP, the Amumu kind of also adds a little bit of true damage through everyone else. And the Jinx that isn't shown yet, I'm sorry, I'm leaking it. It's right there. Will add a lot of AoE physical damage. So overall, while you might think initially, okay, this team is horrible, they're triple AP, they're just going to stack MR and win, there's actually a decent amount of damage still going to be able to come through. And so, bad that it's triple AP, but also very good at the same time because of the Amumu. I'm kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it. It hurts my insides. I'm torn.
So it seems like what's going to happen is Amumu is going to throw his Q and hopefully get an ultimate on everybody. And then Orianna will use her ultimate, so then they get a big stun.
No,
and then Amumu
you don't
will
even
have
need the
curse.
Amumu to throw a Q. They have the Rakan for that engage. He can just pop the quickness, even if he has flash, immediately just flash on them. It is so hard to stop Rakan's engage. He has some of the most reliable, strong engage. And so, you have Rakan into the Amumu Q, into the Amumu ulti, into the Orianna ulti, into the Swain, just birding everyone while Jinx is rocketing them. They have an insane team fight comp, which was actually what Tragic Ahri was running last game. These teams switch sides, they also switch compositions. if you look at the side of Tragic Ahri,
Well,
they definitely do have very good team fight.
Mhm.
They're a little more pick oriented this time with the Ahri and the Zaya. They make better pick than the team fight on the flip side, but still very capable of team fighting in their own regard with the Zac, with the Ornn ultimate, Call of the Forge God, extremely valuable.
yeah. And then of course the team also just have Swain, who's going to be able to just run into the middle of everybody and just kind of stand there while his birds go back and forth, as well as put his own bird down and get the stun on everybody. I'm excited.
She has
I
a
love
name,
seeing Swain.
Beatrice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We can't throw shade at Beatrice.
Show some respect to Beatrice. She is a very respectable woman. Zaya would be triggered if you heard you just forget her name.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, speaking of kind of, not really. Anyways, do you really have anything else to say before we throw it over to music?
I do want to say that the composition from the Tragic Ahri, while not as good at team fighting, I feel they definitely have a lot of power. Zac, if he gets a good elastic slingshot into a good ulti, he could definitely set up for a really good Featherstorm into Blade Caller, the tidal wave from the Nami, as well as the Call of the Forge God from the Ornn. There's a lot that can AoE, and there's not that much that can stop it. So I mean,
yeah, two very
there's
linear.
a Wombo team from Tragic Ahri, or sorry, from the team, but Tragic Ahri has very good team fight and very good long range engage. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out.
All right, and that is going to if you're done, that is going to be it for Champion Select. We're gonna throw it over to some music while we wait for the spectator delay to run down, and we will be right onto the rift. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Wait, hold on, redoing that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Summoner's Rift for Game 2 of the Showmatch featuring the team and Team Tragic Ahri. My name is Sir Potato the Ninth, and I am joined here by Nods Can Opener Dude, Meowing Cat, and we
Is that
are
really my name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot my own name for a second. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, and so on on the blue side, you got Snail Daddy on Swain, Knife Kill on Amumu, Kanzion on Oriana in the mid lane, Sonic Boom on Jinx in the ADC position, and Trash Can Tier on Rakan in the support role.
Yeah. And on the red side, we have Tragic Ari with Pat the Excellent in the top lane, Noble 6 in the jungle, OG Walter White in that mid lane, Found Luggage on AD carry, and Master Chief 3601 on support.
Minions have spawned.
All right. And so, like we said earlier, both teams have pretty good team fight potential. Although the team does seem to have a bit of an edge when it comes to team fights. So that is definitely something to look out for. And as far as starting items go, something that I meant to talk about last game, but I didn't. Neither ADC is starting Relic Shield, and I know that that's even... Well, yeah, because the Relic Shield did get nerfed for ranged champions. So I'm not that shocked by that.
We're on 8.2, and Relic Shield got double whammied, basically.
Yeah.
So they reduced the healing from Relic Shield by half for ranged champions. Now that just destroys it for ADCs, and it also hurts Thresh a lot. So that's kind of an unintended effect. But Thresh did heavily get nerfed this patch because of that change. He now has to either go coin or just lose half of his sustain from that Relic Shield, which really sucks.
Neither are beneficial.
Yeah. Now the other change to it is that it now gives the Sightstone quest. So no more personal shield, no more making your ADC super tanky early game.
Yeah. Which is... It's kind of difficult for Thresh, but he's really the only one affected by that. So very sorry to all the Thresh mains out there. It's always rough when your main gets unintentionally or indirectly nerfed.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe a compensation change to him. I don't know. You want to hard code him his melee for Targons? Whatever. Just give Thresh some love. So
Yeah, I know
our
the
little
feeling.
soul boy needs some love and care.
As a brand player, I get that. With everything that's been going on with the runes. Anyways, so already Trash Can Tier, with a engage that's almost living up to his name. Suboptimal engage. Not really connecting with anything and not getting anything other than getting poked out.
Yeah. Watch
but-
for this elastic shing shot into the charm,
Kanzion
though.
getting charmed up, and now Kanzion in a very bad position. Forces it to use heal and flash. The ignite does come out from OG Walter White. Uses the flash. Oh my goodness! Very well played to Walter White. Ends up getting the kill on Kanzion.
Yeah, really nice gank coordination from Noble 6 and OG Walter White. Oh, nice knockup.
Trash can.
Just
It's
in
pretty
trading
good.
back and forth.
Yeah.
We'll get to this bot lane in a second.
Sonic
Oh,
boom.
those that blade call was a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But that was really good gank coordination in that mid lane. OG Walter White walked up right at the right time to land the charm for Noble 6 to come in and get that, that follow-up CC.
He didn't get
So-
the knockup.
But he did get the knockup, but he did, however, land the stretching strikes, which meant that he would still get some guaranteed hard CC.
Yeah.
And so, really good gank. But in this bot lane, look at these health bars. Sonic Boom and Trash Can Tier is so low in health. Nami going for that ancient coin means that she will deal a lot more poke damage, and she's just
Sorry.
yeah.
Got
Yeah, no.
distracted. Master Chief barely missing the bubble onto Trash Can Tier to cancel his back.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of how this lane is gonna go. I mean, Nami is gonna out-sustain Rakan heavily. What they need to get is an engage where they can just win it all at once, not take these kind of back and forth trades, because they will not win them against the Nami. Nami is so good in those 2v2 trades, and I mean, look at this CS lead already. 9 CS, 200 gold lead, 4 found luggage. It should just keep growing at this point. I mean, they have complete control over this bot lane.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta... Yeah, no, you're definitely right. Kanzion getting chunked out a little bit.
Yeah. And I want to touch on the stopwatches there are. So I mean, there's 3 stopwatches on, both on both mid laners, both ADCs. Noble 6 actually opted into the stopwatch on Zac, which I'm a little intrigued by. I don't know if there's others I would rather have gone for, but
Uh-oh, Pat the Excellent, very low. But Snail Daddy, he's fine. Doesn't have damage. Yeah, I agree with you. Stopwatch on Zac doesn't really benefit that much.
It's not horrible. You get to go for the magical footwear too, and if you go inspiration with resolve, you get a lot of health, which is nice on Zac. So I'll concede it. I mean, there's also other options in inspiration. Inspiration's a pretty good tree. You could also go for the extra CDR in Cosmic Insight, or potentially approach velocity if you wanna dip that way.
Engage in the bottom lane. The bubble does land from Master Chief onto Sonic Boom, and now Trash Can Tier, or not Trash Can Tier, Knife Kills is down here. Found Luggage not getting the root collar. Now Found Luggage trying to peel for himself, getting some more damage out, but neither team are able to find any foothold to get a kill. Although Found Luggage did have to burn Flash and heal as well.
Yeah, that's
not ideal for him.
No, a lot of summoners off of that Xayah makes her a lot more vulnerable.
However, and speaking of, Knife Kill with the repeated gank, the CC chain, and now Master Chief solo gets taken out by Knife Kill.
Yeah, Sonic Boom didn't even get an assist though, not getting a single auto in onto Master Chief. So, I mean, all that gold is on that Amumu and that Rakan. That does mean that Rakan can maybe reach a power spike a bit sooner. So we're gonna have to see how that works out. I don't recall the order it was picked in the pick ban. Rakan was first picked, and I think that was a really smart thing to do, because they know that Master Chief does like to play that Rakan. He played it last game, and Found Luggage playing the Xayah now. If they went Rakan Xayah, that would have been a very strong bot lane. And so taking that Rakan is maybe, while not the most proficient on it himself, Trash Can Tier does deny a lot of value from that.
A little bit of a noodle fight going on in the top lane.
Yeah, it's kind of like a zoo up there. I mean, you got birds, you got rams. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this bot lane room, though.
Yeah, Walter White getting the charm flash out of Trash Can Tier. Trash Can Tier using his stopwatch, and now the ultimate, or not the ultimate, the Q coming in from Knife Kill, engaging a little bit, but the follow-through is not there. But now Kanzeon is here as well, does have ultimate available. Charm landing onto Knife Kill from Master Chief.
Noble 6 is in the backside, but we'll go for the elastic shot.
Noble 6 flashing forward, getting the Q, forcing the flash out of Sonic Boom. Now everybody is trying to disengage because they don't have the damage, nor do they have the summoner spells to continue the fight.
Oh, Noble 6 didn't get a great elastic slingshot off. You know, if he got a better elastic slingshot off onto 3 people, maybe, and it was very, very likely that he could have done that. He could have maybe gotten 2+ kills for his team.
Although he did secure a lot of damage, potentially the first. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He got his team the first tower.
If they don't get it now, you are going to hate yourself.
That would be a little ironic, or a little
unfortunate.
Bit of a yikes. Yeah. But I think they got it.
Yeah, it looks like they do.
They still got the minions. Yeah, they got it. Come on. Stir Potato.
Never doubted it for a second.
Alright, now Pat the Excellent engaging onto Snail Daddy in the top lane. Very low, forcing the flash out of him. It does have flash available to follow, but does get the charge, doesn't connect, doesn't get the knock up. Bad flash. It's close to killing, but
so close.
Not close
Just
enough.
One auto away. And Snail Daddy was marked with the brittle. If Ornn got that auto off, that would have been 100% dead bird. That would have been some KFC. Oh.
Some fried chicken from the Kentucky Ornn.
Yes.
All the way from, I don't know, mountains. You get that point. Oh, a lane swap coming in from Team Tragic Ahri.
Yeah, and so this is a really smart idea. Because there's no more bottom tower. Because there's, no real dragon they want to get. The Cloud Drake, they could care less about it. They hardly could use it on anyone on that team, Maybe the Zac, maybe, or Ahri. Yeah, that's it. It's not a great Drake for them to have. And so, with this lane swap, they get to pressure for another turret. They get to possibly get another tower down. And they get to play around the Rift Heralds to possibly get even more gold and more towers, which is a lot more beneficial for them than just kind of stagnating and getting nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's always a shame when your bottom team your bottom lane has a lead, but they just waste it by standing there and just farming. And actually, that goes for any lane. When you have a lead and you've taken the tower, then you don't need to be staying there all day. You want to push that in, and you want to look to go in other lanes. Now, with the bottom lane, they take the bottom tower, and then they call for a lane swap, and they go topside, which makes a lot more sense. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now in the top lane, everybody engaging, found luggage, forced to use feather fly, and looking for damage, doesn't really have it though. Knife kill, trying to get some damage, found luggage. Oh! Doesn't get the kill, Master Chief does. Snail Daddy, low on mana, can't really do much, but no minions means he's going to have pretty free farming. So in the end, that's a 1-for-0 in favor of Team Tragic Ahri.
Yeah.
That was
something I wanna note is that I don't really like what Master Chief did here. Just making sure Orianna was about to make him play. Master Chief upgraded the support item all the way to Eye of the Watchers. I really dislike that because
Walter White getting flash of Kansion. Go on.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. There's no more than that. It's basically like, you know how the Ornn item upgrades, when Ornn first came out, everyone always bought them?
Yeah.
For Eye of the Watchers, it's kind of like that. You get some more health and you get AP, but you could instead use that 900 gold towards a different item, right? You could instead buy a Fiendish Codex with that gold, which would give less health, but, a tiny bit more AP, and then the same and CDR, which it doesn't give CDR. Eye of the Watchers has same CDR as Frostfang. The reason that you upgrade Eye of the Oasis, or the tank support item, is because it gives a 10% CDR. That's worth upgrading. Nomad's Medallion, or Nomad's Eye, as, when the quest is unlocked. I don't know about upgrading it, how efficient it is. I think you get a 10%. No, you already have 10% CDR. I don't know if you need to upgrade it. I don't buy that support item too much. I don't personally know, but for Eye of the Watchers, you don't need to rush upgrading it. It's like an Ornn item upgrade. You just want to wait until, you have like an extra 1,000 gold and nothing else you really want to buy, and then grab it.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been a Fiendish Codex, which could have built into, Athene's. Athene's would have been really nice against that triple AP team, that extra healing value. Oh, Call the Forge God coming out.
Snail Daddy. In a bit of a rough spot, gets charmed up by Walter White. Walter White using the Ignites, the Grievous Moons applying no healing to Snail Daddy, and he ends up getting taken down by Walter White. And now in the top lane, the engage is coming out from Team Tragic Ahri, as Noble 6 comes in. Now Flash from Trash Cans here, getting out of there. Oh no, but Noble 6 on his Sonic Boom, using his Let's Bounce, not actually going to take him out. And now Knife kills, looking for the engage. Flash ultimate coming out. Everybody's here. The engage from Trash Cans here. The double kill for Kansion, and they are looking for more. They have 4 members in the top lane, and they're going to keep going to take this top tower of the Rift Herald. And it looks like they're going for the Rift Herald.
Yeah. It probably would have been better call to just get that tower since there's no one defending it. Rift Herald is kind of nice to use when, there's a lot of people up. You can use it to force something down really well, even if there are people there.
Yeah, but Noble 6 does have Smite available. He is walking forward, getting pressured off. Looks like he's going to concede it.
The eye damage is 1,000. Oh, okay. No real gain in the mid lane.
Yeah.
The eye damage is 1,000, so if you keep the eye facing away from the enemy team, theoretically, you should be able to always just use the eye to secure it, and you shouldn't have to worry about a snipe battle.
And now the knock coming in from Noble 6 ends up getting a kill on a Master Chief, and now Sonic Boom is going to be the next target to flash forward from Pat the Excellent, and he ends up getting taken out by Noble 6.
Yeah.
Now the pings onto the middle tier 1 tower from Team Tragic Ahri. Let's see if they're able to commit and get the damage down. Found Luggage is in the top lane right now, split pushing a bit. Let's see.
A bit interesting to allocate people differently. Although it's actually pretty decent. Orianna has okay wave clear, and they don't really want to keep going for this mid T2 tower. They're just gonna grab this one outer tower, and they also get another tower in the top lane. Instead of just going all in on that mid lane and only getting 1 tower, they instead get 2 towers, which is actually a really good call by them. They're spreading their resources properly, Obviously, it's definitely safer to group together as 5, but you know, they don't get punished for it at all, and
Mhm.
there's no real punishment that they're
Oh, well,
that
they,
the enemy
they
team
did
could
lose
do.
a tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah, but that was gonna go down even if they all group mid anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Definitely a very good macro play from the Tragic Ahri, who actually have an Ahri. I just realized that.
yeah, OG Walter White representing.
Yeah, the namesake of his team, and actually doing fairly well, living up to the hype of his name. 2-0-1.
Oh, they did
Has
spot
been
out
placed
the
on the
Cloud
dragon.
Drake here, but it's
Yeah.
not going to be stopped out.
No. Dragon's going to be taken by knife kills. Which, again, I mean, it's Cloud Dragon. Their team, neither team really benefits greatly from a Cloud Dragon. We kind of mentioned that earlier, but it's always nice to have a dragon. And so the next
Now,
dragon,
I
of
want to
course,
mention something. If you look at these towers, you say 1 to 3, and the first Blood Tower gold went over.
hold that thought. Snail Daddy getting engaged on everybody using their ultimate. Call the Forge God coming out, getting the knock on Snail Daddy onto Pantheon. And now Pat the Excellent taking out Snail Daddy. And now Trash Can here trying to peel for his team. And ends up getting a disengage. Snail Daddy being the only casualty of Team to Team. Woo!
Yeah, Knife Kill wasn't in position, and Kanzeon whiffed the Orianna Shockwave completely. So, you know, Trash Can here did get a very good quickness off. CC'd 4 people. If they had the Orianna ulti...
Noble going in, does have Let's Bounce available. Using it, takes his prey back into the enemy team. Knife Kill using his ultimate offensively. Walter White forced to use stopwatch, forced to flash away. Now it looks like Team the Tragic Ahri are on the back foot. Walter White's very low. The ultimate
They
was
can
used by
chase this
Zonku,
down if
but it
Jinx
doesn't
gets a
matter.
kill.
Team the team are chasing it down. Now Trash Can Tier coming in. Snail Daddy using his teleport and getting this route onto Master Chief. Master Chief forced to flash away, but does end up living. Walter White and Master Chief, neither of them have flash or ignite anymore.
Yeah, I kind of wish that everyone there went a little more aggressively, because if Sonic Boom got 1 kill, that Jinx would have went crazy and just shred through everyone else. That would have been a completely one team fight. Because they were a little too hesitant, because they didn't trust in their teammates and themselves, they don't win that team fight. That was such a little difference. I mean, you saw how low those health bars were, right? If they chased a little bit harder and everyone kind of committed a little bit sooner and everything was a little more decisive, just that tiniest little difference would have won them that fight.
Yeah. So again, we kind of hit on this last game, but team to team, they need to work on their communication because, like you said, if they had more confidence in their teammates, then that definitely would have been a one fight. And now the Rich Herald has been spawned in the top lane. We will see the Call of the Forge God coming out, and now he's getting Knife Kill and getting Sonic Boom knocked up. The ultimate coming out from Master Chief as well. Now everybody getting the knockups. And now Sonic Boom is getting taken out. That is the primary source of damage for team to team. And now a Mumu or Knife Kills gets taken out as well. And so Trash Can Tier is going to be chased down. Now Walter White in the bottom lane does not have ultimate available. Trash Can Tier and Kanzeon looking to start something, but don't have any resources or damage available to take a team fight anymore. So now it seems like Master Chief and Noble the Sixth are going to be trying to pressure this tower along with Found Luggage and Pat the Excellent.
Yeah. Now, as the 193rd best Nami in the world, seeing Master Chief going for the redemption, I kind of really wanted to see a Athene's Unholy Grail because of all the tankiness that he has on his team. You know, an extra little bit of damage wouldn't hurt him, and the healing value that he could provide to his squishies with that would have been really nice to have. You know, redemption is obviously great for team fighting, but in skirmishes that are like extended, as there have been a lot of, I think that Athene's value would have been a bit nicer to have.
Oh my god. No, yeah, I think you bring up a good point though. Oh man, what a meme. All right. Well, moving forward, again, Team the Tragic Ahri are in a dominant position in this game. They have 3,500 gold on Team the Team, and Baron is spawning in 15 seconds, and Team Tragic Ahri do have superior vision control. Although Team to Team look like they're rotating topside, hopefully going to get vision on it, but maybe not. Come on. I don't like the fact that Kanzeon has 2 yellow wards in his inventory right now. Knife Kills does put down a ward, but and it does get deleted immediately. See, this is an example
Yeah,
of...
Kanzeon has not gotten much ward value down, kind of keeping that double yellow trinket in his inventory for a very long time, you know.
Yeah.
Only 8 ward score if you compare it to like the 20 or 15 that other people have in this game. I mean, we also see Path the Excellent not warding too much either. But, I mean, I definitely would like to see a bit more usage of that trinket from the solo laners of Kanzeon and Path the Excellent.
Yeah, people... it's always important to remember that flash cooldowns, ultimate cooldowns, none of that is nearly as important information as having vision of where the enemy team is. If you know where the enemy team is and you're able to do so many more things, it doesn't even matter if you know if they have ultimates or not. If you see that the enemy team's on the other side of the map and you take Baron, it doesn't matter if their ultimates are down or up because you have that vision. Now, granted, it is important to have ultimate cooldowns or whatever cooldowns available, but vision is so much more important. And Kanzeon and Pat the Excellent, neither of them still have placed a ward yet. It's very important to emphasize how important it is to be placing wards.
It's free
not
vision.
Whenever you get the chance. Yeah, it's literally free information. Free, very valuable information that they're just not utilizing.
Yeah. And so, touching back a little bit on this game, the Jinx going for the Rune on Hurricane, I like that. I think the AoE damage is definitely very welcome. Oh.
Ashcan's here.
A bit of an
Not
interesting
getting
slingshot from Noble 6. The angle of it was aiming straight down, not to the left at all. So
Snail Daddy takes her in the top lane. And Call of the Forge God coming out, getting the knock-up. Knife kill. Knife kill having the ultimate available, uses it, and now getting stunned up. And now the team fight is breaking out. All the ultimates from team that's getting the CC. Pat the Excellent, very low. Takes out Trash Can Carry for himself.
Oh, this is what they needed!
Now Sonic Boom gets a double kill.
This could be a penta! No.
Now Noble the 6 in
Hold on.
platform. Triple kill for Kanzeon, for Sonic Boom, and maybe looking for more. He is chasing down Master Chief and Walter White. He gets charmed up, and he is forced flash coming out from Walter White, and he himself, Sonic Boom, gets taken out, uses his flash and heal, and then dies.
Ooh. Okay. It could have been a penta under a few circumstances. 1, Snail Daddy TP's down. 2, Kanzeon follows up for that chase afterwards. And, however, Snail Daddy staying up in the top lane does get a second tower. This is something we saw him do on Vladimir a lot. He has a tendency to really just go in on those towers and not care about what his team is doing, whether his team wins the fight or loses it. They did win it thanks to, amazing team fighting, just the quickness and the shockwave, plus the Curse of the Sad Mummy, hitting 4 or 5 people each at least. That is the only reason they won a fight like that, 4v5, which they honestly shouldn't have, because, everything was just used on Knife Kill, trying to kill him. They used the Call of the Forge God on just one single target, the knockup only hitting one person. Everything kind of blown before the fight happened, and, Snail Daddy, yes, he does get a tower from that TP, but if he came down immediately... Sorry, well, yeah, this first tower would have went down anyways, though. He gets a full second tower, but... You've got to wonder if he's, not TPing properly in these fights, and I don't think he is.
Now that you mention it, a pattern does appear in his gameplay, because both games that he's played in, the coaches had agreed previously to allow target bans, and both games that have been played, the engage onto Walter White. He uses his ultimate, buffers it properly, and ends up getting away, but now the ultimate coming out from team the Tragic Ahri to call it the Forge God, not getting a 2-member. Now Knife Kill is very far forward, has Curse of the Sad Mummy available, does not get a chance to cast it, has the Excellent take him out. And now everybody diving in, Noble the 6 going in very deep, gets the knockup, gets the stuns, and now Sonic Boom very low, Pat the Excellent following up. Now Found Luggage gets taken out by Kanzeon, and now Sonic Boom gets taken out by Pat the Excellent, and now this is going to be a very difficult team fight for team to team. Pat the Excellent still alive, Walter White, and Noble the 6 who is very low against Trash Can Tier, Kanzeon, and Snail Daddy. Neither of the teams have the resources to pull the trigger. Let's see.
Yeah, we do see Sonic Boom finally picking up that Infinity Edge, and that is very, very important, because those Jinx crits are now going to be dealing a lot more damage, and so we really have to keep an eye out on that Jinx and see how her positioning is in these fights. Something I wanted to mention is that the CS differences. If we look at these CS differences, right? Snail Daddy has obviously been split pushing like crazy, so he has a 70 CS lead on Path to Excellent. In the mid lane, a 25 difference in favor of Kanzeon, and in that bot lane, a 44 difference in favor of Found Luggage. And so,
Oh, knife kill. The ultimate coming out. Everybody's tossing out their ultimates. Knife kill, not getting the steal. He uses his ultimate out offensively, but he's still very far forward. Gets taken out by Found Luggage. And now Sonic Boom preventing the chase down. Throws down the traps, and now this is a 5v4 situation in favor of Team the Tragic Ahri.
yeah, no jungler means that it could be a potential Baron play too. If they're decisive about this, they honestly could. Amumu not nearby.
They are walking towards it.
Oh,
yeah, the on my way pings are being placed onto the Baron.
They've got to hurry up. Death timer is ticking down, but
I think they have enough DPS to not have to worry about the 10 seconds on
true, but if the fight is stalled out after the Baron, Amumu could be here in time for that.
Has the quickness available, 5,000 health and dwindling. Division has been acquired. Trash Cans here getting charmed up. The ultimate coming up from Master Chief. Now everybody laying down the damage, and Found Luggage takes him out. Now the teleport is coming in from Snail Daddy. Kanzeon getting the ultimate, knocking away Noble the 6. Noble 6 getting taken out.
Oh, the Jinx! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Sonic Boom coming up! Quadrum kill! Now Pat the Excellent solo! Pentakill for Sonic Boom! The Baron has been stopped! What a play! And now the Baron is going to be started by Team the Team. What a play coming in from Sonic Boom. They're not even taking away the control wards. They're just going on it. And
they want them to watch. Feel the pain.
Just watching it. What an incredible play by Team the Team and from Sonic Boom.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. This Jinx's positioning is going to be what makes or breaks these fights. Without their jungler, with people going in one at a time, just trickling in, they baited them and got them low enough that it allowed Sonic Boom to get kills and start resetting kill after kill after kill. And that is exactly what they needed to win this fight. And now with a Baron up, the gold swinging around in the favor of Team the Team, they're actually in the driver's seat of this game with a 2.5k gold lead.
They have control over this game. Last game, they were in a very bad spot, and they almost took it back. But this game, they weren't in nearly as bad of a spot, and they're still finding ways to take it back. Kanzeon in the middle lane, getting knocked up by Call of, not getting knocked up because he uses stopwatch, gets stunned up, gets all the CC burned, uses his command shockwave, may be able to run away. The ultimate does come out from Sonic Boom, and now the jump coming in from Noble 6 cancels it after knife kills. And now with Sonic Boom and Kanzeon rather, is still alive through some tricky plays with command shockwave. Well played going over to him.
Yeah, and now going back to Master Chief's inventory, I already critiqued it a little bit. The McHale's is nice because of the Amumu CC and the Recon quickness. However, I still think that Athene's would have been better at this point because the CC isn't really what's the problem. It's kind of the damage that's coming out from that Orianna ulti, from that Jinx AoE, and that extra healing value would be more valuable in my opinion than the CC prevention that you get every once in a while. So
yeah,
that's just a small contributing factor. I think that, you know, there's a lot of things going into this though, and I think that Walter White needs to be looking at Sonic Boom and kind of trying to assassinate, as well as Noble 6 and Path the Excellent. They have a lot of ways to possibly get to this Jinx, and none of them have been reaching her in these later fights.
It's been pretty rough watching it. All right.
Rough for Tragic Ahri maybe.
Yeah.
But the team is loving it.
Yeah, right?
Pentakill, I mean, I did make a pentakill call earlier. I was saying, oh, maybe we see a penta. But only triple kill there. We do see the penta though. I was just predicting the future. It's okay.
All right, now Noble the 6 in Call of Fortune
there it
going
is.
in, and now the knockups all over everybody. But now Trash Cans here getting taken out before we can get all the CC down. Pat the Excellent on the back line onto Sonic Boom, and now the root from Snail Daddy taking out Walter White, and now Sonic Boom getting sped up, and now knife kill with the ultimate getting a kill onto Pat the Excellent, double kill for Sonic Boom. Now this is a 5v2 situation. 4v2 situation in favor of Team to Team. They have the Baron empowered minions. They have control. They are going to take this inhibitor turret regardless of what Found Luggage and Noble the 6 have to say about it. The inhibitor tower falls. The inhibitor falls. And they decide to play their cards closer to their chests. Oh, no, they don't. They cancel their backs. They're going to keep going. Command Shockwave missing from Kanzeon. But the damage is coming through from Sonic Boom. Knife kill, tanking tower a bit. Now Noble the 6 onto everybody, jumping in, forcing Flash away. And Found Luggage trying his best to defend his towers. But now, it seems that Team to Team, after taking an inhibitor tower, an inhibitor, and a Nexus turret, decide to play it safe and go back to their base to spend all of their hard-earned gold.
Yeah, this Jinx is huge. She actually opted in to press the attack, which I'm not a giant fan of. I think it's after the nerfs to it and the buffs to the other ADC runes, I think that Fleet Footwork is by far the dominant rune and does help accelerate the game for your AD carry. Helps provide a lot of sustain, helps provide better chase potential.
But it works. I mean,
but it's still gonna be a Jinx, and it's still, I mean, you know, in some scenarios a press attack will increase her damage when she doesn't need that sustain, and it will help out more in these fights.
Yeah, especially against Noble the 6th and Pat the Excellent, both of whom very high on the armor, and both very high on the health. Going to take a while to take them both down. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
okay, Pat the Excellent. Actually, this is rough. 4 members of Team to Team in a pretty sketchy spot.
Oh, and
I'd
okay, again,
disagree.
Master Chief double dipping into that. As I mentioned, the Eye of the Watchers upgrade, I think is a waste of gold. So is upgrading
Oh.
to Salvation instead of Redemption.
Yep. Okay, team fight breaking out. Snail Daddy teleporting in, the ult or knife kills, landing the stun, using his ultimate, Call of Forge God coming in, Pat the Excellent, very low, is going to miss his ultimate, gets taken out by Snail Daddy, and now meanwhile on the backside, the ultimate does land from Sonic Boom, knife kills very low, has a healing. Oh, gets taken out by Found Luggage, Blade Call it, and that was a 4v4 situation. Neither team, once again, Trash Cans here is insanely low, but the Infernal Dragon is going to be started, and Noble the 6th not going to be given the opportunity to contest the dragon.
Yeah.
What a
and,
play, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, this Jinx is very, very strong now. You've got to be cautious of her. I mean, they need to get on her somehow, and they're having a lot of trouble doing so. Call of the Forge God needs to be connecting onto her. Tidal Wave needs to be connecting onto her. And Ahri needs to be getting the damage on her with, you know, maybe Zac bringing the Jinx to them. I mean, I don't know what they want to do it. They need to land some of that CC, though, and it needs to hit Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
And also, another thing, Noble 6 has to be careful about who he brings in. If he brings a Swain, an Amumu, or a Rakan with that Jinx, he might kill his own team with that.
Yeah.
That we saw that in an earlier fight near that mid tier 2 tower. The quickness actually came out after the Zac used Let's Bounce and brought the Rakan in. And yes, Rakan still did die, but he CC'd, you know, 3-4 members because of that quickness.
Yeah. Right now, Trash Cans here and Knife Kills are both looking for ways to engage onto Found Luggage, onto Walter White, onto Master Chief. And by Noble 6, he has a very powerful ability just to give them that free opportunity to say, hey, well, you want to be right here, well, why don't you come right on in? And then he just lets them come in anyways. So he has to be really careful, like you said, about who he's bringing in, because he could literally lose the game for his team by using his ultimate.
Yeah.
All right, everybody does have ultimate available.
With that,
and
I
now
wanna
team to
mention
team
this-
are pushing into
this
this
siege.
inhibitor tower.
This siege is actually very not optimal in my opinion. They might get this inhibitor tower, and just because it works doesn't mean it's the right call. Look at this Baron up in 20 seconds. They need to be on the top side of the map, not
Nobody
in the
has
bottom.
vision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need to. This is kind of a wasted opportunity.
Team fight coming in. Noble looking for a jump, doesn't land his Q, doesn't land his jump, not getting anything off of that engage. Now he's forced to wait.
And look, if they were
Snail Daddy in
topside right
top
now,
lane.
the push doesn't work. They instead just take the Baron. They back off,
Yeah.
get exit wards, and they get the Baron. If they see the enemy team try to contest, they make a pick in the jungle.
Yeah,
That is how you play this out. Instead, they have Swain in the top lane, and they have everyone else bot lane, which you got to look at those, you know, global objectives. Baron is up. You don't want to be bot lane. So,
and right
stopping
now
the momentum
Pappy
there.
Excellent has TP. Snail Daddy does not. Baron is being started though. TCA does not have any vision on it. Excuse me, blue ward down, but alas, it seems that it's going to be too late. The Baron has been taken by team to team. Our team, the TCA, are they trying to do anything? No, it looks like they're just going to back off as well.
Yeah, Tragic
I think they
RA.
should have canceled those backs.
I think Tragic RA might have wanted to look for a play there, but they just weren't in position. They were too busy clearing out minions, and now they've got to deal with a Baron Siege, which is not going to be fun against that team composition. You have the Jinx with very long range. You have a lot of engage that, you know, you have to be cautious. Their counter engage is very good, however. Tidal Wave into, a Feather Storm and Blade Caller could just destroy an entire team if they dive too heavily. So it's a very fine line that both teams are walking right now. But definitely the team is in control of this game, and we're going to have to see what kind of leads that they can take while being very careful in the meantime.
They have the control, but they don't have nearly as dominant a lead as team the CCA did last game. So it would take a lot less for them, a lot less mess ups for team to team to perform for them to lose the game.
Yeah. It looks like the team is going into Tragic Ahri's base, and they're going down the mid lane, which is open inhibitor that did respawn. So it's going to be kind of hard to protect this. I mean, this is definitely an open place where if they do fight, it's not necessarily going to go completely in favor of the Tragic
the
Ahri.
team fight breaking out. Call the Forge God. Getting up a good knockup onto, who is that?
was only Rakan.
Goes in, and now everybody laying down the damage on Boop. Laying down so much damage. Everybody trying to get an advantage. And now Pat the Excellent getting in, forced to flash out. Doesn't get anything. Can't taking him out. Now Trash Cancer gets taken out himself by Found Luggage. The inhibitor does fall, and now Found Luggage on the front foot, getting the slow onto Snail Daddy. Snail Daddy just running away.
Yeah. Trash Can's here, I've seen him die 3 times with that exhaust stuff. I kind of question that.
That's not great. Yeah.
You can use exhaust
so
while
far.
CC'd too, by the way. So, there's no reason he can't get it off. Even if it's just on the Ahri. Sonic Boom almost died there. That exhaust can make or break fights. And that Call of the Forge God, again, only hitting one person. It was flashed out of by 2 people, I think, so it wasn't his fault, but
3. Wait.
I think one
4
person
people
just
use
sidestep
Flash.
it. 2 people
4 people use Flash.
Yeah, but I think only 2 people used Flash to specifically dodge the Call of the Forge God.
Yeah.
And it was... I kind of maybe would have liked to see them throw their CC kind of one at a time, but still have it so it would stagger if it does hit, because Noble 6 and Pat the Excellent shot their stuff at the same time, at the same place, and everyone kind of dodged both of them, and so they didn't have anything else to follow it up with, and they almost got Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
So just something hitting, just one of those 2 hitting, probably would have won them the fight.
And gotten them a lot of pressure. If they take Sonic Boom out, the only other source of damage is Kanzeon. He's mainly used for the utility. Now, Noble the 6, very low. Well, not very low, but he gets chunked down to 50%. If he got CC'd there, he would have died, and then that would have meant that team to team would have probably won the game off of team fights. A 5v4 situation at this stage in the game is
plus an Elder
what
Dragon.
you're looking for. Yeah, the Elder Dragon is not going to be contested. There's no way that Tragic Ahri can do anything about this.
Now, I want to touch on these builds a little bit from the side of team to team. I really wish there was a Locket on someone, preferably the Amumu. I think that he could have maybe went Abyssal into Locket. I don't think he needed to dip so selfishly. I think he could have went for more of a team play item. He's already tanky enough by himself. I really like the Rakan's build around this Jinx. Going for the Zeke's Convergence and the Ardent Sensor, I think, are really good here. And I really like that itemization.
All ultimates available. The inhibitor gets taken out.
Yeah, playing it
Yeah,
slow.
I agree with you. He has so much magic, or so much health. And even Swain, I would like to see Locket built as well.
I could see Swain, argue like, okay, he needs the stats to split push more so. Amumu, an extra effective, 10% HP, that's not going to make or break a fight. A Locket on your Jinx, that will make or break a fight. And that's kind of the difference that, going for that Adepticom is.
Knife kill. Missing the Q, but Pat the Excellent does get stunned up. He's called Forge God, gets slow, gets taken out by Sonic Boom. Now the team fight is breaking out. Sonic Boom gets taken out by OG Walter White. Now the fight is going to be rough. Snail Daddy takes out Walter White. And now this is a 5v1 situation. Noble 6 is the only member left alive, but he gets knocked, he gets stunned. And now he's in blob form, but that is going to be it. He's going to be taken down. And now team to team are taking the ace. And now they have taken the inhibitor tower, the Nexus towers. And now the Nexus hill falls to team to team. Tragic Ahri are not able to keep up, and team to team stay on top of the game and end up taking the win.
Yeah,
What a
taking the
game.
series into a 1-1 and making it a draw. tie, as it is a best of 2. Obviously, not the result everyone wants to see, but both teams can go home with something, to look over, to learn from, and something to feel good about too. Everyone's a winner, no one's a loser. We're winners for having to watch that.
Yeah, at the real end, everybody's the winner because, I really like the way that you said that. Both teams got demolished in a game that they played in. The team.
I wouldn't say demolished. Both games are actually pretty, decently matched. I mean, there was obviously some more ups and downs in that first game. It was a little more one-sided, but
Yeah.
both teams played really well in both games, and it was a really close series. And I much rather would watch this, and end in a draw than watch a very one-sided best of 2.
Absolutely. So everybody's going to be able to learn, and even the viewers, you're going to be able to take some of the commentary to heart. Maybe not so much mine as Meowing Cats, but you're going to be able to take something home as well. But anyways,
yeah.
Yeah,
If you want to take more home, you could join the Discord.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, everything will be linked in the bottom below this channel. You got the program information where we talk about it. You got the YouTube where every VOD will be posted with our beautiful casting over it, so you can watch it. You got the Twitter, which is usually regularly updated. You got the League of Legends Discord, which of course, if you're not already a part of it, what are you doing? This is the lifeblood of our program. You got the Facebook, which I think is updated pretty regularly. And then, of course, if you love this series and you play Heroes of the Storm, well, we got a series for you. We have a Heroes of the Storm Learning 5's Discord where literally the same exact thing goes on over there. So please go check out all of those links. And if you haven't already, go follow Meowing Cats and myself on Twitter. We both stream and post some pretty fire tweets. So go follow us. But other than that, that's going to do it for today. For Learning 5 show matches featuring Tragic Ahri and the team. My name is Sir Taylor Ninth, and this is Meowing Cat. And you have any closing thoughts, Sir Cat?
That Jinx went crazy.
Yeah, right? Sonic Boom was popping off. Anyways, other than that, thank you for coming out and watching us, and we are signing off.